Welcome, everyone. My name is Rebecca, and this is Bridget, and we are here today to show you how simple it is to build a financial report with GL Connect. Bridget?
Thanks, Rebecca. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and I'm going to pick up my company LOV. So I'm going to click on that, and this is going to bring up all of the segment values that are available for that particular segment of your account stream.
Now, Bridget, are you pulling data from EBS or Fusion Cloud?
This particular instance is Fusion Cloud.
So, great. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So, and you can see that there's the total here. All of these roll up into there, and I want to be able to pick up all of the company numbers that roll up into the total. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this T for total, and I'm going to have that entered there. Now we have a feature called this description right here. And if I click on that, I can go out there and I can select the company and which hierarchy I want to use if I have multiple hierarchies. And I'm going to use the cell reference to pick up that T, and it's going to go out there and look at the tables and the cubes that we have loaded with the Oracle Cloud data, and it's going to pull in that description for me. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come out here to the account LOV, and I am going to look for my operating expense account, and you can see it's right here. So I am going to select this and hit done, and it's going to enter that in right there. Now, again, I want to use that description function to go out there and pick up that account. So here I'm going to use my cell reference again. And now it's going to go out there and pick up that account description for me.
So right now you're just really kind of building a roadmap of telling this spreadsheet in Excel where to go and grab from to pull everything into our report. Okay.
Absolutely. Yep, that's exactly what's happening.
Perfect.
So, all right. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here and I'm going to pick up the period names. And I want to show you kind of some fun things that we can do in here. First off, I'm going to search by the period year. And I'm going to search for 2022. And then I'm going to create a report that is going to show 3 periods plus a quarter to date and a year to date. So what I want to do is I'm going to select the start of the quarters. So I'm selecting the first period, 4th, 7th, and 10th. And then I'm going to click on this insert as drop down in the current cell. And I'm going to add those to the list. And I'll show you in just a moment why I'm doing that. So now, like in January, I can pull the report for January, February, March. Then I can do April, May, June, so forth and so on. So I can select that first period. So then I'm going to come here and we have this period feature. And if I click on that, and I'm going to use the reference to that first period, and now I can adjust it by 1 period, and you can see that 1 there. But this feature can actually go up or down, you know, however many you want, up to like 20. But I'm just going to go to the next period. And then a lot of the Excel features can be used in conjunction with our tools. So I'm going to just drag and drop. And then you can see it took that formula and drug it over. So now then, yeah.
Yeah, nice. It seems like if you already know Excel, then you're way ahead of the game here, because this is just a plugin that lives inside of Excel. So you can use all those features and functions that you're already familiar with, right?
Exactly.
Perfect.
So, yeah. So now I want to, because I'm going to do the quarter to date and the year to date, I want those to equal that last period. So now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to note this one's period to date. This one's period to date. This one is going to be period to date. And this one is going to be my quarter to date information. And this is going to be my year to date information. So now I'm going to use this function right here, this GL balance. And if I click on this, this is going to create a formula to go out there and pull the GL balance from those Oracle tables.
Okay.
So,
is this the magic
right.
part? Is
This
this
is
where
the
the magic
magic
happens?
part. Exactly. That's exactly what this is. This is where the
Awesome.
magic happens.
Excellent.
All right. So first I'm going to check my ledger. Then I'm going to go to my period and I'm going to use a cell reference. And I'm going to pick up which period I'm looking at. And you will note that it puts the $ for the absolute value in there automatically for me. But I do want to double check that just to make sure that that's going to work, because I'm going to drag and drop my formulas. Next thing, I'm going to put in my currency code and my period type. Again, I'm going to use the cell reference and I'm going to pick up that period to date. And you can see again the absolute value for the row. And then I'm going to select actual here. I just kind of wanted to show some of those other features that are there. I'm going to pick up my accounted. And I have the option to do debits, credits, or net. And I'm going to select net. For company, I'm going to use the cell reference to T. And because I always want to refer to that same company, I'm going to go ahead and add the $ so that it keeps that absolute cell reference there.
That's
and
good
then, yeah. And then for the account, I'm going to come here and use the cell reference again. And I want to note that when you're going and querying in Oracle, you have to fill out all of the different segments, even if it's just selecting all segment values. So in our tool, you do not have to select values. And like for this line of business and cost center, product and intercompany, because I am not putting anything in there, it's going to return all of those values.
Okay.
So now I'm going to hit OK. And now it's going out to those cubes and pulling in that balance based on all of that data that I entered.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a big number. Okay.
It is a big number. So now I can take this and remember how I was talking about in Excel, you can use all of those features. Again, I can just come here and I can drag that over.
Mm-hmm.
And then it will take just one moment as it goes out there and grabs those values.
Nice.
And yeah. So now if I select here, you can see that all of my cell references stayed the way that they needed to based on, the $ locking my reference.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now here is where one of the really fun parts come in. And that is, I'm going to come here and get the child values. Now, there's multiple accounts that roll up into this 60,000 number. So if I come here and click on this get child values, and I'm going to pick up my first level, and I want to put it on top of that 60,000, and I click OK. And now it's bringing in, kind of fun. Yeah. So it will bring in all of those accounts that roll up. And you could see that it also automatically copy pasted those formulas for me and filled that out.
Whoa.
So,
Right.
yeah. So it's very handy, very slick. One of those kind of cool features that we have.
No, just the amount of insights that you could gather, even like we've been doing this 5 minutes. So the amount of insight, even in just building this report so quickly, you're able to see trends, you're able to analyze your different accounts that's a lot of information for you.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. And not only did we just create this and you can see all of these insights, I can also drill into these numbers from here. So this report, I can drill into it, I can burst it, I can share it with other people. I can utilize all the other tools that are in GL Connect.
So really,
really
that report's kind of alive, right? Because one number changes somewhere in a transaction, it's going to flow all the way into your report, and you don't have to rebuild it. You don't have to relink anything. Everything's coming in here, and it'll just keep refreshing and giving you the current data, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect.
If I want to refresh this, all I have to do is come here and click on this refresh, and now it's going to go out there and it's going to pull all of the current data. So like if I open this up again next week, all I
Mhm.
do is hit that refresh and it's going to pull whatever data is out there. So to update it. So
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
And remember how I was saying, we can use all of the features and stuff of Excel. So now I
Mhm.
can come over here and I can do whatever formatting I want.
Okay.
Like maybe I just want to kind of make it prettier.
Yes.
So, like I can do my bold and my center and, same thing down here. I want to do this to just kind of make it look prettier. And maybe I want my quarter to date to stand out a little bit more. And I want my
Mhm.
year to date to be even a little bit darker just to show that it's, another roll up and stuff. Maybe I want to make that bold. And there you go. In
Nice.
about 5 minutes, we have a basic financial report built.
No, that's awesome. And I can't wait to see the drilling down on the cells. And we'll do that in another video. So join us over on that other video if you want to see how we can drill down into each one of those values. And that's one of my favorite parts. So Bridget, thank you so much for showing us that today. And we'll see you on the next video. Thank you.
Thanks, Rebecca.